Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to this regular meeting of the Rancho Santa Margarita City Council, September 10th, 2025. I'm going to call this meeting to order, and we're going to begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. And if you would you all please rise? Before we get to the pledge, I just want to share a few thoughts about the events of today. It's been a hard day for America, a sad day, and I was sickened, as I'm sure most, if not all of you were, to witness the shocking political assassination of Charlie Kirk in Utah. And in times like this, we experience deep sadness, sometimes feelings of hopelessness and helplessness. And in times like this, I believe the best thing we could do is pray. Pray for Charlie Kirk, his beautiful wife and 2 young children, and pray for our country. And if you would you please join me now in observing a moment of silent prayer in memory of Charlie Kirk, his family, and for our country. Thank you. I have to ask, in America, are we now at a point where we can no longer have a rational political discussion with each other anymore? What did Charlie Kirk do? He traveled to colleges and universities all over our country to engage in open political dialogue with college students, anyone else that wanted to attend. Primarily the students, our country's future leaders. Charlie was incredibly well-spoken, very precise in the words that he used, and he had the courage of his convictions. Students often disagreed with him. Sometimes they did so in an obscene, disrespectful manner. Nonetheless, he would respond to those who disagreed with him with facts and a clear, unapologetic explanation of his personal, closely held beliefs. He did so in a direct manner and with great respect to those that he engaged in conversation with. That's the American way, and that's how he treated everybody. He carried and shared his conservative political beliefs and his religious Christian beliefs with pride, and for that today, he was assassinated. So, our country seems broken. Tonight, we need to pray for our nation to heal. And regardless of your beliefs, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, this is a time where I believe our nation is at a crossroads. In just the past few days, think about what we've watched on the news. There have been multiple school shootings. We've watched video of the brutal stabbing death of a helpless 23-year-old Ukrainian woman, a refugee who came to this country for safety. And she was stabbed by a career criminal who had been arrested 14 times, but allowed to walk freely onto our streets and onto that train. And today we watched in horror the political assassination of Charlie Kirk. Friends, what's going on in America today is deeply, deeply disturbing. And I believe the USA is now at a turning point. So tonight, I'm going to adjourn this meeting in honor of the memory of Charlie Kirk. He was a brave American patriot. We're flying our flags at half-mast by order of the President of the United States. And so now, as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance, I would urge you to really think about and listen to the words as you recite them. Charlie Kirk died today defending the principles embodied in that pledge.
I wasn't actually planning on speaking tonight, but I felt compelled to after the way this council meeting was opened. Mayor Beall, you decried political violence in the shooting of Charlie Kirk today, which was a terrible event. It's the 47th school shooting in 2025. I have children who go to school, and this fact of our country terrifies me. But Charlie Kirk wasn't a politician. Sure. And as of now, the shooter has not been caught. We don't know what the motivation was. So you are the one who has chosen to make this a partisan political event.
Exactly.
You are the one who introduced that. And if you are saying that he was a great man and a patriot, someone who espoused extremely far right-wing, racist, misogynist, and anti-LGBTQ rhetoric repeatedly, those are the views he was called out for. And I believe strongly in his right to say those things, but we don't know why he was shot today other than the fact that this country has a gun problem. It has a shooting problem. As you pointed out, there have already been 2 shootings on school campuses, including one today, that resulted in the death of 1 student and 2 others are still in critical condition. You are the one who chose tonight to make that a political event because we don't know why he was shot. We don't even know who shot him. Please refrain from adding to the political rhetoric in this country that ascribes political motivations when we don't know what caused that. And I will say also as a parent, it actually horrifies me that you would choose to do that in front of all of the children who are present this evening.
Thank you.
They already go to school and have to look every day in the corner and see corner of their classroom listed as the hard corner where they are to hide if a shooter comes onto their campus. My children have spent their lifetime doing active shooter drills in their school, and it traumatizes our children. And then you chose to open this meeting in front of all those children by addressing that so graphically. I'm ashamed of you.
Shame.
And I'm disappointed
Shame.
in everyone else
Shame.
if they don't speak up against this. Thank you.
Thank you.